Now we will go on to a new topic, NFA. NFA is nothing but non-deterministic finite automata. Okay, NFA is non-deterministic finite automata. Now, before we go into NFA, let's see the difference between a DFA and an NFA. Now, when you draw a DFA, you will always see that from one state, you will be going on to another single state. Let's say on an input W, you will be going from Q1 to Q2. Okay, you might go to another state C on a different output, let's say X. So this is how your DFAs will look like. But when you go into your NFA will look like this. On input W, you might go on to B. On the same input W, you might go on to C. And on the same W, you might go on to D and so on. Obviously, you even have X where you go on to might be a Y. So this is the main difference between DFA and NFA. In DFA, on an output, you will be going only onto a single state. Okay? But in NFA, it is non-deterministic. The word itself tells you that. Deterministic means you are determined, you are very sure it will go only onto a single state. But in NFA, you are not sure. It might go into more than one state on the same input. That is why I have written over here. In NFA, it will end in a single state. Sorry, in DFA, it will end in a single state. But in NFA, you are not sure. It might end up in more than one state. Okay. Now, you might be wondering, why should we study NFA? Or what is the need for NFA? Because when you think about normal problems, when you think of a state and input, okay, when you think of a state and input, you normally go only into one particular state. Okay, on an input, you usually change from one state into another state. But you know, there are problems where you are not sure about whether you might go to one state or another state and all that. For example, you think about a game called chess. Okay, based on a move, a particular move, you know where you have to go. But you know, you need not always take that move. There are several moves, and you know, each move you take, you again go into a huge number of moves and all that. And then that is, you know, a huge set where you might be doing backtracking and all. So such cases where you have no idea where you can be deciding the output. Cases where you get things like where you have to do exhaustive searching, too much exhaustive searching or backtracking, we will be using NFA. Now, as I told you earlier, NFA and DFA, they follow the same quintuple. They will be following the same quintuple. Q is nothing but the finite set of states. Sigma is your input symbols. Q0 is your initial state. F is your set of final states. The only change you will be having is in your transition function. Mapping of the transition function. That is where you will be having a difference between your DFA and the NFA. Now let's see that. Okay. We will have a small example. So have this question. Construct an NFA that accepts the set of every string the set of every string which ending with A over sigma A. Okay, so you have a string A, you have all these languages. It is infinite. This will be infinite. The only thing they're telling us, it should be ending with A. Now, compared to DFA, drawing and an NFA is very, very easy. Now, you can think in a layman's term for drawing an NFA. Now, ending with A means you have only one condition. Beginning can be anything. Beginning can be anything. It should end with A. Beginning can be anything. It should end in A. That's it. So, you know, my NFA drawing will be very simple. It should end up in A. It should end up in A. Beginning, it can be any combination. That's it. Beginning, it can be any combination. Ending, it should be A. That's it. This is my NFA. This is how you draw an NFA. If you look into your previous problems, your DFA cannot be drawn like this. Okay? Now look here. There is a small problem arising over here, and that is why it is called an NFA. Okay? Look here. From A, on small a, you can go to A and you can even go to B. Okay? From A, on small a, you are going to A and you are even going to B. Such a case will never happen in your DFA. Such a case will never happen in your DFA. That is why the name itself comes, DFA. DFA means deterministic. You are very clear where it will go. Here it is like, you know, it might go to A, it might go to B, you are not very sure. That is why this is called an NFA. Okay. Now, if we do the mapping, okay, so let's try doing our delta. Let's try doing a delta. Delta, the definition will be same. Sorry, Q cross A. Okay, your delta is nothing but Q cross A. Okay, so here what is Q? Q is my finite sets. So all the sets which I have are A and B. Q cross sigma. Okay, so what is your sigma over here? Sigma is small a, comma b. Okay, so let me do a Cartesian product of that. A comma A, comma B, B comma A, B comma B. Okay. Now let me try to do a mapping of my delta to my A, B. Okay, to my sets called A and B. Now look here. From A on small a, I can either go to B or A. Look here. From A on small a, I can go to actually both the states, A and B. Now, when you do mapping, you do not map to both together. You will be defining a new state called AB. AB. Okay. So, my AA, it will be going into AB. You cannot say it goes to A or B. It goes on to AB. A on B. A on B, I have only a single state. A on B will go on to A. A on B will go on to A. A on B will go on to A. B on A. Okay, look here. B on A. I have not defined it, right? So, you know, I can say that, you know, it goes into something called a dead state. You call this a dead state. Dead state is something new you have in NFA. So, you know, I'll have even a dead state over here. So B on A, I have not defined where it goes, which means, B on A, it's dead. B on B. Okay. So let's see, B on B. That also goes on to my dead state. So this is my mapping of NFA. Now, when you look into your DFA, you will not have such a state. In DFAs, you will not have such a state. Only in NFAs, you will have this kind of a combined single state. That is actually what is called non-determinism. On the same input, you might go into more than one state. If you look into DFA, you are very sure on a particular input, you will be going into only one particular state. So we'll see a few problems. The first one which we'll see is, let's see how to build up an NFA with all strings starting with A. Sigma equal to AB. Now, if you remember in your DFA, you were doing like, you first try building up a language, you write all the possible strings, and then you start with the smallest string, you create a skeleton, and then you go on one by one, and then you see if there is a trap state and all. Here you have nothing of those sort of confusions. The question is very simple. All strings, they should start with A, which means the only condition you have is it should start with A. It should start with A. Remaining, whatever happens is not your concern. Okay? You start with A, and then remaining, whatever happens, you are not bothered about. So that's it. This is how you construct an NFA. Now, if you remember, if you construct a DFA, you will have to think, what should you do when you encounter a B? In a DFA, what you do is when you encounter a B, you will be going into something called a trap state. This was what was happening in your DFA. But in your NFA, you need not be bothered about the trap state. Okay, you need not at all be bothered about the trap state. You are not bothered whatever happens when it goes into B. If it goes into B, or if you encounter a B, very simple, it will go into something called phi. Phi is nothing but a dead state, or you say it to be a dead configuration. So when you draw the state table, it will be very simple. Okay, you just have two things, A, B, and then you have two states, A and B. On A, you will be going on to B. Okay, on B, you will be dead. You're going into a dead configuration. B on A, you go on to B. B on B, you go on to B. So this is how you construct an NFA for all strings starting with A. Now let's do the next one. All strings contain A, which means, somewhere there should be A. Before that, whatever happens is not your concern. After that, whatever happens is not your concern. Okay, so you have a state. You should have an A. You should have an A. Before that, you are not concerned what happens. After that also, you are not concerned what happens. All strings containing A. In between, somewhere there is an, it can be either in the beginning or in the end or wherever. But in between there will be an A. In the beginning, you are not bothered. Even at the end, you are not bothered what happens. Let's do another problem. Every string starts with AB. Every string starts with AB, which means you will have an initial state. It should start with A and a B. After that, whatever happens is not your concern. That's it. NFA. Okay. If you think about DFA, you will have to write. Okay, what over here you might have a trap state and all that. Here, nothing of that sort is needed. You need not denote it. If a B, that's it. It will go to dead. Okay. So in your DFA, you will have something called a trap state, which you will have to denote. In NFA, you will be having a dead state, which you need not denote. It is understood. If not that, you will go into a dead state. So we just have a small, one more problem. L, language is like, all strings end with A. All string ends with A. Ends with A means what? Beginning, whatever happens is not your concern. Beginning anything, it should end with A. That's it. വ്യത്യാസം പിടികിട്ടുന്നുണ്ടോ DFA, NFA? NFA is very, very easy. Okay, the only difference is in DFA, you will have a trap state, which you will have to explicitly denote. NFA, you need not have a trap state. You need not have a trap state. Instead, you will have something called a dead configuration, which you need not denote. Look into this diagram. Here a diagram, okay. കണ്ടോ ഇവിടെയൊക്കെ മിക്ക ഡയഗ്രാം നോക്കിയാലും ഈ എയിൽ നിന്ന് when you encounter A, look here, when you encounter A, you are going to A and you are even going to B. ഇതിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ നോൺ ഡിറ്റർമിനിസം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഒരേ സംഭവത്തിൽ തന്നെ നമുക്ക് ഒന്നിൽ കൂടുതൽ ഇടത്ത് പോകാൻ പറ്റും. Okay, that is why you call it an NFA, non finite, non deterministic. ഉറപ്പില്ല, നമുക്ക് ചിലപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ പോകും, ചിലപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ പോകും. DFA ആണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് കൃത്യം ഉറപ്പുണ്ട് ഇന്നയിടത്തേ പോകൂ എന്ന്. ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നുണ്ടോ? Are you getting an idea? Difference between NFA and DFA? Yes or no?